today's story. I want to repeat the story I said on Shabbos because I want to record it, and some of you weren't here. So this story was related by Rabbi Mendel Groner, Rosh Yeshiva Mashgiach, exactly his title, in Kiryat Gat, in the Lubavitch Yeshiva in Kiryat Gat. So he and his brother, twin brother, was a twin brother who was the Shliach in Charlotte. So they were Fabrengen Gimel Tammuz as part of the 24-hour Barchelo Avinu. They had a slot at the Fabreng. So he related as follows. They're the children of Leibel Groner. So Leibel Groner related to them as follows. Once the Rebbe told him the following story. What's the story? So the Rebbe related as follows. That the Frierdiker Rebbe told the Rebbe that in Rostov, the Rebbe Rashab was in Rostov after he left Russia, the Lubavitch. So once he was in the Rebbe Rashab's room, and he sees that Rebbe Rashab opens the drawer. He's watching. He takes out letters that he'd received in the past from Chassidim. He takes a letter and he looks at it very intently, and he's completely in deep thought. Puts it down, takes another letter, and so the pattern continues. So that Frierdiker Rebbe asked his father what he was doing. These are letters he'd read already. Why was he looking at them again? And this Groner boy, Mendel Groner, he added, you all know, of course, that every second is of a Rebbe is precious. So the Rebbe Rashab said to his son, the Frierdiker Rebbe, in Rostov there, he said to him, when I take the letter of the Chassid and I look at it, I connect to him in all of his inyanim, and moreover, I see if there's any dark clouds approaching, Chas v'sholom, and if there is, I pray to the Eibishter and work to dispel the dark clouds. So the Frierdiker Rebbe told the Rebbe, and he said to the Rebbe is telling Groner, see how great the Rebbe's love is of the Chassid. The Chassid is completely unaware that the Rebbe is thinking of him, not just thinking of him, but toiling and working, that it should be good for him, and to dispel any exedas, God forbid, that are directed to him. And the Rebbe concluded telling the story to Rabbi Groner. He said to him, he asked him to please make index cards. The names of all those that wrote letters, and the whole cabinet was made of such cards. And Rabbi Groner related then to his children, one of which you told the story, that he saw from time to time the Rebbe opening the drawer. He wasn't there all the time, he doesn't know how often that happened, but he was witness to it himself, opening a drawer, and taking out a card and standing there, looking at the name, and standing there, oblivious. He was in the room, but completely in another world. Obviously, the Rebbe was doing exactly what he described in the story related to him. End of story. So I'm just going to tell you what the boy said. The two brothers were saying that before Gimel Tammuz, so there's index cards, and the neshama is in the Rebbe's neshama in the guf, so the limitation. But even then, what kind of limitation was this? Hardly, but still, it's limited to the card, the time. But now, after Gimel Tammuz, there's no limit to the Chassid's connection, to his Rebbe, and the Rebbe's connection to the Chassid. And we should know that we are thought of constantly and prayed for and worked for, that it should be good for each one, the Gashmias. And they were saying also that it's known, this is an old word of Chassidim, old word, going back generations, that when a Chassid, sometimes a person, out of nowhere, he thinks about the Rebbe and he's inspired. I have a dream about the Rebbe. It comes out of nowhere. So they say, I'm not sure the source, if it's from the Chassidim or from one of the Rebbeim, I don't remember. Because they never thought of you. That's why the neshama is stirred. Like we learned in a few Maimorim ago. Yaakov Chavat Nachalasa. At the top of the neshama is stirred, there's a ripple effect at the bottom, like a rope. At any rate, the point being that after Gimel Tammuz, this is no longer mamish, no limits at all. Whatever limits there were before, I don't know, but certainly not so now. And so this should give us great chayas, as we said before, not alone. Not alone. That's love. The feeling of closeness means that I'm not facing the world on my alone. We all have problems and challenges. But we got the Eibishter on our side. The faithful shepherd is on our side, not just rooting for us, but working very hard and giving koiches and dispelling dark clouds, and never even made it to us because it was taken care of, preemptive strike. That's how far the Ava goes. Not just when you're struggling, will help you work through this, but even to avoid even challenges that, and chas v'sholom gzeiros that don't even come our way. Ashreina matov chalkeinu. How fortunate and wonderful is our lot that such is it, that we are never alone. Have a wonderful day. I'm Siddhas Toivis, and Hatzlacha Rabba Meflogen.